Annie, can I ask you a question?
What?
Do you like Florida?
Yeah.
Are you happy we moved?
Yeah.
Do you like your new house?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes me happy. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We have been here in Florida for about a little over 2 weeks now. Ooh, that is really bright. Does that help? A little bit. Okay, so we have been here in Florida for about a little over 2 weeks, like I was saying. And we have been trying to just kind of get situated. If you're seeing a mess back there, it's because I am getting ready to prepare some lunch. I'm about to heat up some leftovers from the past couple of nights' dinners for me and Josue, and I'm going to make Annie some chicken nuggets and cheese and noodles, as she likes to call them, which is mac and cheese. I bought the bare minimum, which pretty much means in this kitchen right now, until my sister gets down here in 8 days, is one little pot. Let me show you. I have this little pot. That's how small it is. You see that? And this pan here. And then when I got here, all I bought was this griddle, that baking dish, like cookie whatever dish. I don't know what I'm saying. And this glassware baking dish, which is currently occupied with a chocolate cake that me and Annie made the other nights. Yesterday, I made beef stew, and I like to boil the beef for at least about 45 minutes to an hour before I start seasoning it, because it just softens up the beef. That is a little tidbit for you guys. If you're wondering why your beef is tough in your stew, try boiling it with a little seasoning for about an hour before until it gets tender, and then start seasoning it and adding your potatoes, your bay leaves, your carrots, whatever else you put in your beef stew, and I swear to you, it will help. Yesterday, in order to make the beef stew, I had to boil it in here, and I had to keep coming downstairs to refill it with water so that it would boil enough. And I have to make my rice in here. I've also had to boil my noodles in here. And oh man, I can't wait to have the rest of my kitchenware. Without my blender, I have not been able to make my homemade sofrito, which any Puerto Rican can tell you is a staple in our cooking. So I had to buy store-bought sofrito, and it definitely doesn't smell the same, and it adds a little extra something of a flavor to whatever you're cooking. It's not the same. Well, everything is heating up. I think what I'm gonna do is a quick cleanup of the kitchen. Like I mentioned earlier in this video, it's been a little bit over 2 weeks since my family and I have moved down to Florida. And so far, I would say that overall we have been loving it. We definitely picked a good starter place for New Yorkers who are coming down and transitioning from the big city life, which I think is very important, because as much as one like myself may say that I didn't really enjoy New York City anymore, I didn't like the city anymore, the conveniences that the city affords you as compared to moving out to a smaller town or a smaller city in Florida you know, definitely stick with you even when you're not realizing it. And we picked a pretty lively place here in Florida. It's still pretty quiet. Like, I find myself as I'm trying to go to sleep listening out for all of the beautiful, soothing city sounds, like, you know, people screaming out their windows at each other, some boyfriend and girlfriend fighting at the corner, glass bottle being thrown and smashed on the floor. You know, beautiful sounds like that that you don't even realize that you're getting used to as you live in the city, but you do. There's like nothing. I look out my window, it is pitch black. I would trip over my own 2 feet. So it's kind of, like I said, a good transitioning place to come to. So we are about a half a mile up from a main highway, the I-4, and you get on that highway, you go in one direction for 40 minutes, you'll be in Orlando. You go into the other direction and 30 minutes you'll be in Tampa. So definitely there's a lot more stores, a lot more life happening around these parts, and you know, it's nice. It's quieter than we're used to in New York, but it isn't dead quiet, and it's not putting us off to Florida living. Now, am I gonna stay in a place like this for the entire time, for the rest of my life here in Florida? I don't think so. I would eventually like to move into an even more quieter place than where I am right now. What else did I want to mention to you guys? The weather. This is the first time I'm actually experiencing a Florida winter. All the times before that I've been here, it's always been during the spring, like late spring and into the summer. The only other weather we've experienced here is when we came in October of last year, 2020, to start looking around at different apartments and communities. And that was the first time I was here for the fall, which was also very nice. We were still able, it was October, and we were still able to jump in the pool at the Airbnb that we were staying at. So that should give you an idea of how nice the weather actually was, without being scorching. Because there's sometimes you don't even want to jump into the pool because the sun is like beating down on you and it's just trying to kill you. But we were able to jump in the pool, not get cold, and the sun was actually keeping the pool nice and warm for us. As for the Florida winter, let me just tell you, for example, when we drove down, we got here on January 18th. We went straight to our leasing office and they had us waiting outside due to the pandemic. They didn't want a bunch of people in their office, duh. So in the meantime, Josue and I, we were just out there, sans winter coats, jackets, just whatever, long sleeve shirt, or like I had a little sweater on, and literally just like faces turned up to the sun. And our leasing agent came out and he told us, oh, come on in the office. And when he brought us into the office, he said, I still have a few more papers to print out, but you know, I felt bad. I didn't want you guys standing out there in the cold. In the cold. Josue and I looked at each other, we just busted out laughing. I mean, maybe eventually our blood will thin out and we'll start to find that cold as well, but for now, cold. What? The day our lease started, I think it was 69 degrees here in Florida. 69 degrees in New York. Do you know what happens? All the girls decide that they're gonna pull out their summer gear. You start to see girls walking around with mini skirts, with their shorts on. So, I mean, the weather has been beautiful. A little crazy, and let me explain. Because the first time this happened, Josue and I were just like, what is going on? In the morning, you wake up, it could be anywhere between 40 to 45 degrees. So you wake up and you put on your little house jacket or a little robe, some fuzzy socks to stay warm. So that's your winter in the morning. Then by around 12 o'clock, it starts to go up. It'll start to go up to like maybe the 60s. And for us, that means it's spring. Then by the early afternoon, we're up in the 70s. And for us, that means that could be a nice summer day, okay? And then as we go into the evening, it starts to cool off, obviously, as the sun sets. And we get back down into like the lower 60s, going into the 50s. And that is fall. And there you go. All 4 seasons in one day. I mean, how are you supposed to dress for that? But I would pick that over the snowstorm that just hit New York any day. And what else in these past 2 weeks that we learned? Oh, we're working on switching over our driver's licenses from New York licenses to Florida licenses, and to also registering our car here in Florida. Ugh, the back is killing me. Okay. So we have an appointment because, again, due to the pandemic, they can only allow a certain amount of people into the offices. So we had to make an appointment with the Florida DMV office, which apparently down here is called the tax collector's office, and we're supposed to be going on February 19th. So I am going to probably take you guys along with me and have a sit down video maybe and just explain what it is that you're going to need if you are trying to move down here to Florida. If you aren't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit subscribe now, and also hit the bell on the side so that you'll be notified of when that video goes up on my channel. And yeah, I think that's all I pretty much had to say about that. Back to our regular programming. You like that new sand?
But it looks like so. Why?
It looks like snow, that's right.
Why, Mommy?
Yep.
It's why. Come see this why.
So the birds?
Hey, I don't see birds flying while I'm making something.
Annie is seasonally confused. She has on her jacket, sweatpants, and mermaid sliders, sandals.
And look.
So I got a box of 25-pound sand from Amazon for a lot cheaper than buying 2 pounds of kinetic sand at a time from Walmart.
Why did it break?
I don't know, maybe it's not wet enough. And these are my babies. These over here are cilantro. These over here are basil. You want to get up there on the counter?
Yeah.
Okay. That way we can also see when the Amazon man comes. We're gonna cook. Annie and I are gonna start making meatballs because we're gonna have spaghetti and meatballs tonight, right, Annie, for dinner?
Yep.
And she likes to help me make the meatballs because she likes to play with the chopped meat. Bloop.
It looks like Dodie.
Okay, so what should we put in our meatballs? Should we put some salt?
Yeah.
Should we put some pepper?
Yeah.
Should we put an egg?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
Mom, that would be a good idea. Now we got all the ingredients to add in there.
Okay, all the ingredients. Here we go.
Yeah,
We're gonna make the
add
meatballs.
ingredients.
And it's gonna take a while because she likes to talk as much as she does work. And I think I'm gonna leave this vlog right here. Right, Nanny? You think we should end the vlog here?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, so then you have to help me say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Say, thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Please subscribe.
Please subscribe.
Please like the video.
Please like the video.
And don't forget to hit the bell
Don't hit the bell.
so that you can be notified of my mommy's videos.
For video.
Bye guys, see you in the next one.